This is the Doctor, continuing the Battle Brothers playthrough. After some thought, I've decided, like, our luck with recruits this game has been phenomenal. I keep getting great recruits, especially for melee, not so much for range. We haven't really had any truly outstanding, like, super archer candidates. But for melee characters, the frontline characters, we just keep getting, like, phenomenal recruits. We've got 2 men with iron lungs. I still can't believe that. All sorts of good stuff. Ike, after some thought, I've decided to make Ike our permanent sergeant in training. He's probably going to be, once we level him up, he's going to be the best sergeant. 3 stars in resolve is extremely rare, and he starts with pretty good resolve. 45 is good. So of all the characters, it makes the most sense to make him our newest sergeant, so we got to stick him in the front. Otherwise, we're gonna just level up some more traditional characters. Like, I'm keeping Casimir around. I'm thinking of making him some sort of dagger, crossbow hybrid. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'll have to think about it. But some of the other characters, like Hilderic here, we just want to keep them around because they have really good traits. We have a lot of two-hander candidates. We also need some candidates for just like sword and shield combo, and we do have some, but they're not the best. We want like high quality sword and shield brothers. Oh, it doesn't have to be a sword, just a one-handed weapon of some sort. Let's head back north, try to get ourselves another contract. We are paying a lot of crowns per day. We have a nice reserve of cash. 3 skull contract. Prices in the shop are really high. If we do this contract, it might lower the prices a lot. Monsters, eh? Yes, let's talk pay. This is a lot of crowns, but we have to do it because I need the pay. Well, there are the tracks headed southeast. Let's see what they are. Could be Noxerers. We gotta watch out if it's Noxerers. It's Direwolves, 10 of them. Direwolves are honestly not so bad. But if it's 10, we need some men to hold the flanks. We'll put... Who do we want to put out in front? Irwin or Erbero? Irwin has rotation, right? Rotation is very useful. Flails are fairly useless. Axes, on the other hand, are very good. We actually don't want kite shields. Let's try to save a bit of fatigue. You gotta watch out for direwolves. They're not like so easy that you can. Ooh, swords. Swords and hand axes are great. Yes, let's do a sword. This setup should be fine. Actually, another spear for a spear wall is not a terrible idea. Alright. 10 direwolves, really not too bad. Oh, these are Frenzied Direwolves. They can apply Overwhelm. That's okay. Shield wall. Back up a little bit. Shield wall. Stab. These guys can come around for quite the long flank. Spear wall. Yep, this looks good. It's okay, Alexander has very heavy armor, he'll be fine. Wolfram has heavy armor too. Although he's gonna get chewed up eventually. Oh no! Oh, this is bad. Okay, we need to shoot some of these dire wolves. Crush their morale. Attack the weakest link. Let's try to stun one. Good. We desperately need the shield wall. Try to kill that. Yep. Alexander should still be okay. He's got real good armor. Shield wall Irwin. I'm gonna release a hound here. Good. That probably saved the brother's life. Wow, they are chewing through Wolfram's armor. All these overwhelm debuffs. But it's okay. Let's try to get one to break. Good. As soon as one of these direwolves breaks, it's really gonna help. Good. Both of them broke. Let's save some fatigue by not attacking just yet. We need to recover. Irwin should be okay, so let's try to kill that one. Wolfram's almost dead. Wow, they're focus firing. That is unusual. Wolfram might die here. He's actually quite valuable. Normally, direwolves don't give like me that much of a problem, but let's knock this one back. One more hit and he's done for. Let's hold for a little bit, because I want to see who I can get. Yes, good. Okay, Wolfram. Whew, he's alive because this wolf is now fleeing. For good measure, we're going to get Erwin over there with rotation. That overwhelm debuff is devastating. Okay, all the wolves are fleeing. We've won, although at what cost? Quite a heavy cost. Our armor is also very much beaten up. Might as well kill the last wolf. I don't remember direwolves being so tough. Maybe they got buffed a little? We didn't suffer any permanent injuries, but Wolfram is really beat up. His heavy armor is totally shredded. Those wolves shoot you 230 armor. Incredible. Well, let's see. Like the corporal, resolve, very good. Melee skill will always be available for him to take. Range defense, quite useful, and I do want a bit more health. You don't really need much melee skill on a dedicated sergeant. You want some defenses. Keep them alive. Hit points should help from getting one shot. You don't necessarily need too much fatigue either, so this should be fine. Give you student. Alexander, another level. Melee defense, more fatigue, very easy to do. And then Battle Forge. This should help you survive. And we're going to give you heavier helmet. With good armor and a good helmet, you should do very well in general. And then once I get reach advantage, we'll swap you to the two-hander build. One more level, and you get to use the War Brand. We do need to stick someone else in the front, though. Someone who's kind of expendable. Who's expendable? expendable, but someone who I do want to like level up, kind of. Helfric, why not? We'll give you a spear, because otherwise you won't be able to hit anything. Alright, this looks good. Maces. Maces cost a lot of fatigue. Swords don't. Still, maces do combo very well with high melee skill. We need 3 days to repair that heavy armor. There's a nice chunk of change we got. Alright, what can we buy? We could buy another reinforced mail hauberk, another closed mail cough. Those are pretty rare, so you should always buy those at the earliest opportunity. Heater shields, good to buy. We could buy another reinforced mail hauberk. Probably makes sense. We still need to watch our money. We will start transitioning to scale mail at some point. Who can use the heavy armor? Erwin could actually benefit from it. He's a good tank. With his low defenses, enemies will keep attacking him. That makes a lot of sense to give him the heaviest armor. Oh, actually, I think I want to put the closed mail cough on my lightly armored brother Torlif here. That also makes a lot of sense. Price of tools, super cheap. Just gonna buy that. Nothing else at this armor. Let's try to get a contract to another, back to the south now. So let's go to Finsterweller and Gobrook, see if there are any contracts there that take us all the way back to the Southlands. Three ambitions. We can go fight the goblins, we can go fight the orcs, or we can go fight the undead. The undead one, this is probably the most useful one. You get, if you do this, you get an item that protects you from the Geist's fear, which is, as you can imagine, super useful. The orc one gives you an item that protects you from being stunned, very useful too against the orcs, but less critical. And the goblin one gives you one that makes you immune to being brooded, which nice, but is the least critical of the three. Let's do the undead one. You have to go kill 4 undead layers. So we just have to go into the wilderness and slaughter some undead. We know there's a lair here, the necromancer's lair. So if we head back south, there will be an opportunity to do that. We know there's something east of Finsterweller. I still recall from the rumor that camps will never go away. They'll always be on the map, but the composition and the loot from the camps can change from time to time. We also need some more ammunition, even if it's a high price. Just have to bite the bullet and buy it. Oh, Arrow Maker Shed. Prices for ammunition here should be quite cheap. Oh man, more potential candidates to hire. I mean, I'm honestly good on the melee characters right now. Ah, prices here are pretty good. Let's at least sell direwolf pelts. What's the tavern rumor? Yeah. Let's try to get some more to the east. Yeah, there's something to the east. I remember that. It's just telling us the same rumor over and over again. Warbows are also good to buy, but I don't want to spend all my money. Let's hire this poacher. Why is this guy so much more expensive? He must have a weapon in his inventory. Her herd. Where's her herd? Asthmatic? Drunkard. Yeah. Wonky Bull. Seriously? Well, you know who we're dismissing? We could hire the other poacher, but I honestly want to save some of our money. So let's just see what the contract is. Ooh, now this is good. Place of abandoned walls just southeast of here. So first of all, that'll help us fulfill the undead ambition. Second of all, this will give the town the high spirits debuff, buff, making all their goods much cheaper. And then we can come back and do that. Bjarn. That's so cheap. I always like to just hire the brawlers and check, see if they're any good. Oh my gosh, another good candidate. Disloyal is not great, but Determined is fantastic. 2 stars in melee. Anyone who I would replace? You know, Heinrich the Patient isn't really doing anything for us. Like that event to craft a bow is very rare in the first place. I don't know if you need a certain level on your bower. We're never gonna use him. I'm keeping Egon around because I might actually like need him. We're not getting any decent candidates, so I'm gonna get rid of Heinrich here. Could always find another bower. I just don't like getting rid of characters who are like pretty decent. 2 stars immediately. Determined, one of the best perks or traits rather. You don't have defenses. That's kind of your weakness. But it's okay. Actually, I think I should put the heaviest armor on the characters who I value the most. Ketamine I probably value the most. And then I think you need to use an arming sword because you don't have enough fatigue to use much else. I mean, of the 2 characters, Bjarn is just better than Helfrich. 2 stars in melee, Determined. Yeah. Maybe we get a Helfrich next. Oh wait, Bjarn. I meant to put Bjarn out. inventory space. Alright, let's go murder those brigands. Or the undead. Oh, that is quite a distance away. Quite a distance indeed. I want to buy some more food. But it's worth it. You never know if you can get lucky with this type of contract, and there will be like a unique bow we can buy from Prince Direwolf after it. Not that I think we have enough crowns to afford it, but it also helps us complete our ambition, get the very useful item. Well worth it. We also know there's something to the east here, so let's head south. It's gonna take an entire day just to get there, and another day to get back. Maybe we find another rune on the way. Runes of Blackwatch Keep. We're not gonna do that just yet. We might do it on our way back. Oh, do we really have to go through the mountains? No, okay, we can go through these hills. I hate going through the mountains. There are bad events when you go through the mountains. Whoa. This place is a goblin city? It's actually not unbeatable. I bet this is where that famed weapon is, right here. This is not unbeatable. That goblin overseer is going to be a problem, but we could potentially outshoot them. Whoa, goblin hunters, 5 wolf riders. That's not bad. We could beat that. Although I have very little interest in hunting them down. So if we just have to attack this fortress, we'll go ahead and do that. This is really quite a fascinating turn of events. Look at all these things we could kill. I might attack the goblin city. There's gonna be undead here. Undead, not notoriously known for their ability to shoot arrows. So we swap out most kite shields. We also want to swap to more blunt weapons. Bjarn is too much of a rookie to use anything except a spear, but otherwise we want as many blunt weapons as we can get. Flails are very useful. Military pick also very useful. But Ketamine doesn't have enough fatigue, really. Do you have recover? No, you don't. Alright, this is gonna have to do. Until next time, I think it's a good place to pause. So until next time, thank you for watching.